Hey guys, and how's it going? Maniac Mower here. Last video that you guys saw, we were doing some work on this 112 Round Fender. A few things that we haven't done yet that need to be done on this tractor. We got the engine running again, we put a new head gasket on it. A couple things that we still need to do is we need to change the oil that's in it. The oil is old. The engine sat, I don't know how long it sat in the tractor with that oil in it, and that oil is old and it needs to be changed, so I got to do that here soon. I meant to do that earlier, but I didn't do it in the last video. So we're going to go on ahead and do that in this video. This is right after the video that you guys just saw, for those who are wondering. So we're going to go on ahead and we are going to get started on draining the oil out of this. And once we get the oil all drained out of it, we'll put new oil in it. And we will go from there. I don't know if the engine burns oil or not. I do need to find that one out. We are going to check it. We'll see what it's at right now. I know what it was at before I started the tractor up. So let me get you guys in the stand. We'll move the tractor up and we'll check it. This clip was filmed after, but this is going to be put at the beginning of the video because I just uploaded the video of the Round Fender last episode where we did the head gasket installation. This is going to be before the beginning of the video because I forgot I did not have this filmed, or I did not have that video uploaded until after I started, or before I started this video, so I'm going to put this now. Last video that I did, I torqued down the head. As you guys remember, I torqued it down to 35 torque pounds. Inch pounds, I mean. I torqued it down to 35 inch pounds. I was told shortly after I posted the video that I was supposed to torque it down to 20. And I was not supposed to go past that. And I started asking around, and everybody told me that it was supposed to be torqued down to 20. So, with that being said, I thought I'd come on here and I'd let you guys know I was wrong. No, you're not supposed to torque it down to 35, you're supposed to torque it down to 20. So, with that being said, we are probably going to end up having to pull the head off and replace the head gasket. Not quite sure what I want to do with it just yet. I'm really hoping I don't have to do that. But if I end up having to replace that head gasket, then that's what we're going to have to do. I was told it's supposed to be at 35, but I must have been told that for the 10 or 12 horse coalers. That was an accident on my part. I apologize about that. So we're not all perfect. Like I've said, we do it right because we do it twice. So, okay, we're going to go on ahead and get into the video, and let's go. It's been a couple of hours since it's ran. I've been in the house editing that video, so let's see how she does. Could have just as easily pushed it over here, but I wanted to drive it. I didn't want to push it. Let's go on in and we'll check the oil. And after that, we'll put new oil in it. A couple of other things we need to do is do the governor. I need to get the throttle to work. The throttle, it does throttle, but right now It needs some governor work done so I can use the throttle. That's still what we're waiting on right now. It's got good oil flow, so that's good. Okay, so who is ready to see if this engine burns oil? It's still got oil in it, so that's good. It's not completely drained. Just about where we started. So now do keep in mind that, yeah, right about where we started. Do keep in mind that those rings need to set still, so it is going to burn oil, a little bit of oil off. That is normal. Let me go on ahead and I'll park it outside. We do need to test the battery or the charging system to make sure it charges. I think it is, so let me park it outside and run it for a while, and I'll bring it back in. We'll do an oil change, put new oil in it, and start it back up.
I don't know where I'm going, but I don't want to know. A predictable life is not what I want. Putting one foot down, one step at a time. Let the road turn, that's just fine. People ask all the questions that box you in. To classify your life with the stroke of a pen. Take those old rules, crumple them and throw them out. We're burning that box right now. Mold breakers, movers and shakers, don't ever silence your voice. Dream makers, risk takers, don't ever silence your voice. If you think you were made just to blend right in, to avoid big mistakes or to tally your sins, you might get to the end doing nothing wrong, to find you never lived at all. Mold breakers, movers and shakers, don't ever silence your voice. Dream makers, risk takers, don't ever silence your voice. Take them all back now. Compromises were made so we'll never fall. Fear disguises being realistic. Yeah, we're stepping out of the shadows. Mold breakers, movers and shakers, to all the high stakes players, don't ever silence your voice. Dream makers, risk takers, don't ever silence your voice. Your voice.
Okay, so let's go on ahead and we'll take a look at this and see what we've got going on, because something is not right. That should be full. That shouldn't. This should be full along with that. That is full. This is not. This should be up to here, and it struggles on gas, I've noticed. So we need to do something about it. As you can see, there should be a lot more going in there, and it's the pump pulling on it. It's not gravity feeding from here. And if I'm correct, there should be more than enough in there for it to be able to feed. We'll seal the one out of the 73 so we can check it. The dipstick, whatever you call it. Yeah, there's, well, yeah, there's plenty in there. It should be able to read it. Yeah, there's plenty of it in there for it to read. So we need to raise it up, I guess, and pull this off, clean it out. We'll probably end up, I wonder if I have another one. Let me see if I have another one of those and if it's cleaner. Ran upstairs and I looked. I do not seem to have one of those setups like I thought I did. So we're gonna go on ahead and just pull this off of here, I guess, and take a look.
Dream big, 'cause boy, you're gonna make it. Stand tall, there's a higher road to take it. Let go of everything that you know and be wild in the mystery. I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out?
I have some unfortunate news. This is our thing. Now, as you can see, I cleaned it out really good with the air compressor. I'm tempted to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner, but it cleaned out pretty good, and I figured out where it was open and where it was closed. But take a look at this. This is the filter. You're supposed to be able to see right through the center of it, and I can't. It's all covered in dirt. So I think that was most of our problem, and it really makes me surprised this wasn't plugging up either. And this is all packed in there. It ain't coming out. I've tried blowing at it, and this is our gasket. So we may not be able to use this thing. I'm gonna look and see if I do have another gasket though. I am gonna keep an eye open for that, but if I don't, then we may not be able to use the sediment mold. Okay, a little bit of an update on what I've done. Things have kind of been moving along. I took this and I put it back on there. I cleaned this out real good. This is the filter that came out of it. That right there. You're supposed to be able to see through it. And here's the gasket. What I ended up doing is I ended up taking a bearing piece that actually fit in there just about perfect, and I pressed this up onto it and I tightened it down real good to crush it in there. And so far it hasn't been leaking. I haven't filled it up anymore, but you can see there's gas in there and it's filling up. So far it's been doing pretty good. I'm hoping that when I add fuel to it, it's gonna hopefully start coming out that nipple right there and going at a good rate so that it'll run better than it was earlier. If it ends up not running very well, then we'll have to see what the deal is. Yeah, see, there it is. Okay, that's a problem right there. So apparently our gasket I did won't work. I am seeing. let me suck on the gas. That would be great. Whatever. Well, let's see where and why it's not working. Oh, good God Almighty. So, that's not our problem right there. It is. So somewhere around the whole thing it appears it's leaking. So, that sucks. See if I can close it off. So we may not be able to use this sediment bowl. Well, that's shut now. There we go. So no more fuel should get in there. That should stop here soon. So it's always something with this tractor, it seems. It's always either fuel or something else. Well, I guess we'll have to find another gasket for that then. But that surprises me that didn't work. What I put in there. Let's see if we can get, hell actually, we might be able to crush it on there tighter. Because we didn't have it crushed on there very tight earlier. So, hell, I don't know. Let's see. If it starts leaking, then yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. I don't think we'll be able to run it here for a little bit. Trying to loosen that. Well, for the record, we were able to drive them today. Okay. So now what? I wish that would quit. That'd be nice. Now I know what you're all thinking, and yes, I did swap the tank. Reason for that is that I couldn't get the other piece off on the other one, so I just thought, well, we can swap them and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Hopefully it will work. This tank hasn't been used in a while and there was still some gas in it. It was kind of dirty. Not dirty, but it was just it looked like it was starting to go. So I took it out and I cleaned it out as good as I could. Tempted to turn it this way actually. I think I will. I don't remember what size this is. I think that's it. Yep, there we go, right there. Perfect. I'd much prefer the other thing instead of this tank, or instead of one of these, but unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to use it on this. Of course, obviously I will take a look at it and I will fix it, but right now I'm just not going to. For the sake of, I want to get this thing going. So let's go on ahead. We'll put some fuel on here. Hopefully this will go better than it did earlier. As I recall, this tank does not leak. So, and you guys are seeing it before I am. I don't see any leaking. So, hopefully that's the case. We'll see. We will see though here in a second. How much gas do we have in there? I'd say there should be about enough in there. Let's see if it'll pump. Ready? No, that might be closed. Let's see. I am not going to be happy with that. I'd pull it off and check. Yeah, we'll do that. I've already got so much gas everywhere, I might as well. Ready? Yeah, it's leaking. Okay, good. So it has gas coming out. It's just going to take it a little while to fill that, which is no big deal. We'll crank it over here for a little bit and see if we can get some. Ready? Might need more. We'll fill it a little bit more, get more gas flowing. Okay, I got more gas. I don't see it doing anything. That's about half a tank. That should be enough. We'll see. Ready? Yeah, actually that's 3/4. That's a 3/4 tank. That should be full enough. Would you believe it? It is still not pumping. It is interesting. No, I'm not trying to start it, I'm just trying to get it to prime. Because for whatever reason, it ain't priming. And that is on. It might be actually priming. Needs to. I'm not a fan of fuel filters, actually. There we go. Now she's filling up. I just needed some persuasion so it could fill. See? Now if I were to let that keep going, it would fill up all the way. Let's see, ready? that's good. Let's go on ahead and we'll take it outside. Okay, everybody, so we were going to take it out and drive it, but unfortunately it looks like our carburetor might need some further work done to it, because I'm looking at it and I noticed it's choked itself out, and I was trying to figure out why that was, and there's gas in the carb. Now it either flooded itself out or something a little bit bigger happened, so we gotta take a look at it, I guess, and find out why. So let me grab a flathead screwdriver. We'll have to... Okay, let's go on ahead and get that off there. It's either a carburetor related issue, or it could possibly just be what am I thinking of? The needle could possibly be bad, or it just needs to be looked at and determined what the deal is with it. Yeah, I can see it leaking. I'm wondering if it's that old gas that I was pointing out. Yeah, see it leaking? I'll try and run it without. Yeah, that's full of gas, or it was. So let's see what the deal is with this little guy. Now you guys tell me if when you see gas start coming out and where it's from. Actually, I may be able to look too. Ready? I didn't see any. Wonder where it was doing that at, 'cause I don't see any gas leaking out. I don't either. Let's see if we can get it to run right. Get what the deal is with it. Tell you what, one thing leads to another when it comes to it. The engine's good. It's not the engine. It's, I think, the carburetor. It could also be those points. I doubt it, but you really never know. Trying to should pull a lot more than it does. I think our governor might need some work. I'm trying to think of where this thing is that noise is coming from that I keep on hearing, the winding turbo sound. And it actually looks like it could be that right there rubbing on this. So we may have to do something about that. Well, new fuel problems. Great. Let's see if we can get it to start back up. Then we'll play with it a little bit more. Well, oh boy, we're getting back into it again. I think the carburetor more than likely is junk. It probably needs to be gone through again and looked at. So I guess that'll probably be next, is either get another carburetor for it or see if we can get this one going again. I had been curious, and I also was wondering if a Tecumseh carburetor would work on one of these, and we might get to try it. Maybe. I'm not saying we will, but we might. Let's, where do we want to go from here? Not sure where I want to check next. I know the pump is good. I don't think that's, I think it's just fuel getting up to it, and then also we've got that filling up. Now it could be the needle as well. I'm thinking it could be the needle. I'm thinking it could be also just the carburetor is, it's old as it is. It's probably over 50 years old, I'm sure. I'm sure that's the original carburetor for this tractor. So it's more than likely going to need some work. A full going through and a full rebuild. I don't know if I have any of the parts to rebuild that carburetor or not. I've never really messed with an 8-horse roller, so I almost wonder if I could get away with a Tecumseh carburetor like I was talking about earlier. Well, I am going to go on ahead and drop this here for right now. I will pick this video back up. No, this is not the end. Like I was saying before the compressor kicked on, I'm going to go on ahead and drop it right here. This isn't the end of the video, but I got to think of what I want to do from here. I'm not sure if I want to go on ahead and just replace that carburetor or try to fix this one. Let me do some looking around and we will find out here soon. Okay everybody, I'm going to go on ahead and give you guys an update. What I have done is I ordered a carburetor rebuild kit for the Round Fender, so hopefully that rebuild kit will be here soon. Not sure when it's going to be here. I ordered it a couple of days ago and I forgot to make an update on that, and so I decided I'd come in here and make an update on it for you guys. Do not have the rebuild kit here yet. I am suspecting it'll probably be here tomorrow, hopefully. So we'll see. Once I get that rebuild kit, we'll pull this carburetor apart and we'll take a look at it and we will see what is going on. I have noticed though, and yes, I do have the valve shut off, it is leaking gas. It's not leaking as much as it was before, but there is still some gas. You can see it on the frame and on the floor. There's where it was sitting before. I brought it in here so I could bring the 216 in and out without this being in the way. So that's where it sits right now. And I think that's about it. Okay everybody, I'm going to go on ahead and end this video here. Today is the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July for all my American subscribers. I'm still waiting on them carburetor parts, but I don't think they're going to be here today, seeing that today's a holiday. So, okay, well thank you guys for watching. This is probably going to be one of the last videos that you guys see on this Round Fender once we get it running. Now, for those of you who are wondering what the next project is, if you guys don't remember, I bought a couple of Parts Donor 200 series for the 216. Reason being, I actually have a few of them. Reason being is I plan on, I don't know how many of you guys are going to like me after I tell you, but I plan on taking this 216, we're going to pull it down completely apart to the frame. No, we're not going to do a restoration on it. This is just kind of an idea on it. We're not going to do a restoration. We might do a restoration on it, we'll see. But I want to take all 5, yes, I have 5 or 6 200 series. And we're going to take parts off all of them. We're going to get the best parts and we're going to put them on this tractor. This frame, the reason that I am going to take this off of this frame is this right here. Somebody at some point drilled holes in this frame and they just messed it up, and I kind of gotten tired of looking at it. And there's a few other spots as well. When you're sitting on the tractor, it feels like the frame is kind of twisted. I don't know if you guys see it or not, but it feels kind of twisted when you're sitting on it. And I think that's it. We got a mosquito. So I think it's everything on here. It just needs some work and I'm not. Oh, and this right here is busted too. That's something else I gotta fix. So I think that's about it for this. Now once we get the 73 going again, I just put a video up on it. That video was actually filmed a couple of months ago. I just never made it public, and so I made it public. I didn't have anything on Wednesday, so this video that you're watching now was actually supposed to be Wednesday's video, but then it got drug on. And I thought, well, I need a video for Wednesday, so I found that and I uploaded it. So, okay. Wednesday's video was going to be get the carburetor changed, and then once we get the carburetor work done, Friday or Sunday, we'd take it and try to get it running again and get her fine-tuned. So that video is coming. This is going to be the last video most likely that you guys see on this Round Fender once we get the new carburetor rebuild. For those of you who are wondering about the patio, I have not addressed what the plan is for it. The plan is I'm doing a part search right now for it. I need to get some governor stuff for it, and I need to pick up a starter. Once we do the governor stuff and the starter, we should be able to get this engine running. Unfortunately though, I think I'm going to have to pull it back apart. Motor-wise, I need to pull the oil pan off of it. Because when I put it together, I noticed that it seemed like it seems like, I've talked about it before, the piston rod is binding up on the crank. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with it, so most likely it's going to have to come back apart and be looked at. Hopefully it's just something simple like oil didn't get in there or something like that. So I just don't want to pull it back apart right now, and so so we're just going to leave it alone for now. I do have an oil pan gasket around here somewhere, so that shouldn't be a problem at all once I decide I want to pull it apart. It's got a brand new gasket in there, so I should be able to reuse that one. We'll see. Okay, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Would that be something that interests you guys, is seeing the 216 get frame swapped? Let me know. And thank you guys for watching. Does anybody know where I can get a helper spring at for this 216? I've been looking around on eBay and a few other websites, and I can't find a helper spring for it. I was going to use the 100 series helper spring, but I was told that they don't work on these. They're completely different. That one pulls back on the lift where this one pushes on the lift. So that's not going to work. Let me know if you guys know where I can get a helper spring for one of these, or if somebody's got one and is wanting to make a deal on it with me. Let me know. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Enjoy your 4th of July.